Dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, guten morgen, hola, bonjour. Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Ken at 10. How are you today? The petrol crisis continues. As we speak, there are massive queues across the road from us. It's absolutely crazy out there, isn't it? And we're just literally looking now, and literally the London Road, the A23 London Road, is absolutely stacked with cars because the garage has got delivery. And that delivery will be exhausted by the time this queue ends, would be my guess. Absolutely crazy. We think we're going to do a new tactic of making sure our vendors get the best possible exposure. We're going to walk up and down the queues and say, are you interested in Pollard's Hill South, sir? Here's a set of particulars. We're not really, but it does make you think, doesn't it? It is absolutely crazy, though. Hopefully it will settle down soon, but right now it is madness out there. If you just joined us wondering what's going on, welcome. This is Ken at 10. We are James Alexander Estate Agents. We're based in Southwest London, SW16, Norbury. Norbury is situated between Streatham to the north and Croydon to the south. So thanks very much for joining us and welcome if you've come back again, and thank you so much. Always appreciated that you come back and see us yet again. And I hope you're having a good day so far. The weather here in Southwest London is beautiful, actually. It's a little overcast, but the sun is out, a little bit of a breeze, many angry drivers. That's about it really weather-wise. A few things to tell you about today. We have the most expensive home in the world to tell you about, and I've got a picture of that for you as well. Tell you about how big it is as well. See if you can guess where it is. Come back to that at the end of the show. Comments, please do send your comments in and tell where you think it is. A few things to tell you about in the news. Something in the Times and the Mail today. Again, Zoopla, they do love a bit of analysis, don't they? They show that UK house prices have continued to rise in the months leading up to the end of the stamp duty holiday. Of course, they're talking about the September deadline, which is over tomorrow. The analysis shows that prices have risen 1.2% over the last 3 months, taking the average up to 235,000. Over the past year, prices across the UK are up by 6.1%. with Wales recording the highest level of price growth at 9.8% and Northern Ireland second at 8.4%. The Northwest has done well as well at 8%. Price growth in Liverpool continues to be the highest among the UK's major cities, with average prices up 9.8%. The report also shows the time it takes for a property to sell remains at record low levels, taking 27 days on average, while pre-pandemic it would typically take 50 or more days to find a buyer. Interesting. A few other things to talk about today. We will come on to the most expensive house in the world and show you a picture of it and see if you can guess how many square feet it is and what the price is. We'll come on to that in a little bit for a little bit of fun. A few other things to talk about. First of all, October the 1st is looming, and we've got a few things to talk about on the letting side now. So landlords, listen up. If you're looking to serve notices on your tenants, then the notices will change from the 1st of October 2021. So bear in mind, if you're thinking of serving notice on your tenant, you might want to wait because the new notice periods are shorter, but also the prescribed forms have changed. So you need to make sure you're using the correct form. I can't stress this enough really, if you use an incorrect form for notice, you will find that after 6 or 12 months of waiting to get to court, you're then kicked out of court and you have to start all over again. So it's really critical that you get the forms right. And let me read you the article from Landlord today. New forms have been posted which must be used by landlords and letting agents from October the 1st, 2021. The new legislation regarding eviction notices returning to their pre-pandemic levels means new versions of Section 8 and Section 21 notices must be used from this Friday. It's therefore critical that any notice not deemed as served until October 1, 2021 must use the new paperwork. And here's a reminder of the state of play, just going through what's gone on so far. Since the 1st of June 2021, most possession notices have required the landlord to give a minimum of 4 months notice if they serve a Section 21 or a Section 8 notice. From 1st of June 2021, landlords have been required to serve 4 months notice, and that's a Section 21 or Section 8 again, in all but the most serious of cases. And additionally, from 1st August 2021, notice periods in case of non-serious rent arrears, i.e. less than 4 months, were reduced to 2 months. And now, from October 2021, if you weren't confused enough already, the notice periods will be back to 2 months for Section 21, and Section 8 notices will revert back to 2 weeks. That's the rent arrears grounds, 8, 10, and 11. The mandatory ground there being 8, so don't miss that one out. And it's 2 weeks notice. Remember, you have to have 8 weeks or more arrears in order to serve that notice, both at the point when you serve the notice and at the point of the hearing. Any notice served before 1st of October 2021 will still need to comply with current rules, and that's why I've run them over, so you understand that that's still 4 months notice. And our friend Paul Champlina from Landlord Action has been talking about it. Always good to hear a sage voice of a sensibility there. Thank you, Paul. Landlord Action, a high-profile eviction and housing law consultancy, has seen a 43% rise in instructions from landlords and letting agents between June and September this year, compared to the same period of 2019. June 2021 was, of course, when the eviction ban ended. The company has also seen a 17% rise in inquiries to its landlord advice line during this time, receiving nearly 2,000 calls in just 3 months. With a period of notice, landlords must serve being brought back to pre-pandemic levels. We won't go through that because we've just done it. But it says review hearings were introduced last year to help courts prioritise the most urgent eviction cases and determine which should proceed to a substantive hearing at a later date. Now, this is critical because what it means is there's now a new step in the way, and that's the point he's getting across. Despite the additional administration, it's anticipated that in some cases a settlement might be reached at review hearing stage. That's the theory, which would prevent the case going to court. However, Landlord Action says of approximately 400 review hearings, they are only aware of one case receiving a possession order after that review hearing. In other words, it seems like it's just a delaying tactic to stop landlords gaining possession. Commenting on recent examples, Paul Salbutz, head of legal for Landlord Action, says, we're dealing with a possession case involving £14,000, which was issued to Wandsworth County Court in May 2021. And the review hearing is scheduled for October 21, 5 months later. We expect it to progress to a substantive hearing, which will now most likely not be until next year. These delays will just continue to add to the debt owed by the tenant. It's shocking, isn't it? The landlord's just stuck in that position. It really is. In another case, which was due to be heard on Monday, September 6th at Medway, they say that they could not go ahead because there was no availability to move the case to another judge. They were asked for dates to avoid in the next 12 months, signalling that's how long it could be. According to Landlord Action, 90% of its inquiries are from landlords seeking legal clarification, wanting to evict tenants in arrears or wanting to sell to exit the market. So interesting. So don't forget those notices, folks. Now let's look at this most expensive house in the world. You want to see it, don't you? When you see it, you'll probably know where it is. What about that? What do you think? There's actually, if you look around the edge there, there's a moat. There's also a running track going around the edge. There's a nightclub with a separate entrance. It's extraordinary. Square footage, 100,000 square feet. It's nicknamed The One. Cheesy, I know, but it's in LA. They like cheesy, don't they? The One, as it's called, the LA Superpad, sprawls to over 100,000 square feet and boasts 21 bedrooms, 4 pools, a bowling alley, and 360-degree views over Southern California from its prime location in Bel Air. Yeah, we might try one of those. Fantastic, isn't it? Just absolutely extraordinary. And the price, can you guess? How much do you think that would go for? 20 million, 40 million, 100 million? Think again, you've got to be richer than that. You've got to be a billionaire for this one almost. 500 million, £500 million for that. So if you can afford that, wow. But what a pad, absolutely incredible. If you look on YouTube, you'll see some nice videos of what's going on there as well. You can look around the pad with one particular video and it's quite insightful, but absolutely monstrous. It's a monster of a house, it really is. Apart from that, we're looking forward to a few bits and pieces going on today. We've got some maintenance to do, a few vendors to talk to, lots of offers coming in, a lack of stock still. So if you're still thinking of selling and you're thinking the market might not be that busy, we might surprise you pleasantly. Give us a call, especially if you've got something that needs work. That seems to be what everybody wants right now. We've got multiple bids on everything that needs work, it seems, right now. So yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for watching and hope you have a fantastic day. We're back at the same time tomorrow with another show. Until then, stay safe and well, look after your families. Have a fantastic day.